Hello everyone, welcome back to Blow Apart with myself, Joe Lovery. This video then, I have a new golf bag. So I've obviously had my Mizuno bag, which I'll do some shots of in a minute. There's many of you that have seen that bag on the how to arrange your golf clubs video, which has just ticked over 500,000 views, which is absolutely insane. Anyway, so I decided to treat myself to a new bag. Now, one of the key things about this new bag is that this bag isn't leaving. It's gonna stay with me. Most of the time when I've had a new bag, I've never really had two bags in play. I tend to sort of sell one on eBay and then upgrade to a new one. However, this time I've decided to keep this bag, and the main reason being it has just been so good. It's so light, it's just easy to take everywhere. I can use it for things like holidays, coming down to the range, playing lessons, because to carry it is an absolute pleasure. The only things I have found with it that aren't great is it's not great on a trolley, but then again, it's not obviously designed as a trolley bag. And then secondly, then if you want to start carrying waterproofs with water and lunch and things, if you're playing a tournament, you can't really do that. There's not enough room in it. Or if there is, if you manage to get it all in, it does tend to fall over because it's not the most sturdy bag in the world. However, my new one then, I've still gone for something lightweight. I still tend to carry more often than not. So I've still gone for a carry bag, but I want something that's a little bit more sturdy, starts to offer a bit more support, slightly more pocket space as well. So we'll get into the new bag. We'll get into what I'm going to do, so how I'm going to set my clubs up as well in the new bag. So we'll do that little transfer. So let's get into the video. Let's get going. So for those of you that are really observant, you might notice there's a couple of small changes at the minute in my bag. I've got a new alignment stick cover, which is black and white. I've got a putter cover, which is black and multicolored. And then I've still got Panda in the bag, who's black and white. And I've had so many people commenting on Panda on my previous video. It's from Daphne's Head Covers. It's been awesome, looks after my driver really well, but overall just a really cool head cover. So I recommend it, Daphne's Head Covers, for one of those. So here it is then, old versus new. I've gone for the Ping Hoofer Light, and I tell you what an awesome golf bag. I've had a Ping back when I used to play, which kind of answers the reason why I went Ping. And I remember that I had it for about 3 years, and it still looked as new as the day I bought it 3 years later. And I remember thinking, that was a really good bag. And I'll show you guys in a minute a couple of really cool touches or a couple of cool features on this bag and what kind of sold it to me. And then we'll transfer the stuff over. But yeah, really happy with this as a purchase. I think it looks awesome. I quite like the black and white color scheme as well. A little bit less shouty than the blue and white. Again, that's just a personal preference, but I think it's nice now I've got both. So let's just have a look then at a couple of features here. So it is a Hoofer Light Ping. Now, a couple of cool things I like. You'll already notice here already, it says cart strap. Now what happens is the cart strap can go under this handle, which is nice and firm. It goes through the bag and then it comes out the other side here. So that then fixes it in place. It also then has a flat bottom at the bottom of the bag as well. So that was a really nice feature. That was one of the things that I liked about it. The other thing is it's still a really small design. It's not a big bag at all by any means. Now, there was another little pleasing thing, or a couple of pleasing things that Ping do. So you'll notice here on the Mizuno bag, and nothing against the Mizuno bag, as I say, these bits just dangle loose and they flap around when you're walking. Ping make these cool little elastic straps that hold them in place. I mean, what a cool idea that is. You'll also notice the clips here to take the straps off, and I believe you can turn it into a one strap bag if you want to, so thought that was quite cool as well, quite a cool feature. And then lastly, everyone when they get a Ping bag always thinks they've forgotten the rain hood. However, what actually happens is there is a rain hood pocket in here. Now that is specially designed underneath the padding to act as extra padding, stop you leaving it in the garage as well. But I mean, what a cool golf bag that is in general. I just think it looks awesome. If I just go with a slightly wider lens just so you can see it, really like that. And again, then you've got the sort of four-way top, which I'm really used to, as I say, in this. It's no different for me there, but I just think that's a really, really cool looking golf bag. So it is time then, let's start loading it up. Let's work out what each pocket's for. I'm going to be doing this with you because I haven't actually put anything in it yet. So let's get going. So I think the easiest thing then, as ever, is going to be to start with the club. So what I'm going to do first off, the great thing is mine are already in order in here. Let's start by putting the wedges in. Pop them in there. The only thing you will find with this bag, when it is sat down, sometimes it is a little bit fiddly to get the clubs in. And I think that is just the base down there, the fact it's folded over. But again, it's very new, so I'm not expecting it to be perfectly set up just yet. Or worn in, I should say. So then pitching wedge, then we go 9, 8, 7. It's going to be in here, like so. And then we go 4, 5, 6. Go in there like so. them in the right order. There we go. So perfect. So already now, I've already done my irons and wedges that easily. Let's get the driver in the top with Panda. Again, I know so many of you loved Panda in the first video. There we go. That's in. Sits higher than in that bag. Let's get the 2-iron. 2-iron video as well is out. So we'll get 2-iron in the top. 3-wood. Alignment sticks with the new cover. Thank you, Andrew Davis. Top lad. And then putter as well goes in there. So that is all the clubs done. Now already that is starting to look pretty cool. Obviously now we need to get some accessories on it. I've already bought a towel especially for this golf bag. Yes, that probably is a little bit sad that I've bought a towel especially this golf bag, but hey, got to treat yourself sometimes, right? So let's say that's that all in there. Putter, woods at the top, alignment stick with the new alignment stick covers, obviously all matching. This cover is going, and I have got a new 3-wood on the way. And then this cover is also going, and I've also got a new putter on the way. So they're on their way as we speak. I think with the wait times, roughly another 4 weeks after filming this. So that's quite exciting. Let's get into the accessories and now what to do with the pockets, because I know this has a few more pockets than the other bag, so there might be a couple that are empty for a moment, but let's get into it. So one of the things I did find then with this bag is that, or I should say more the towel that I've bought. I've bought this towel. So it's a PXG towel, thought it'd look really cool in the white and black. However, when I hang it on, it does reach the floor. Now, it's not the end of the world, because what I can do from there is just wrap it through the clubs like so to hold everything in place, which is fine. So I'll probably end up just doing that from shot to shot. But then I also then have my rangefinder then, which just clips on there like so. This just shows how light this bag is. I don't know how well you can see that, but that leg lifts itself off the floor in the mildest little bit of wind. Like, yes, it's completely empty, but you know, you get an idea. This thing, honestly, is so light, I cannot describe to you. For those that haven't felt a bag like this before, it's insane. Now, one of the things you will notice is, there it goes. One of the things you will notice, I'm just gonna lay that down for a minute, is just how much narrower that leg stand was to these. It's just a little bit wider. That's again one of the things that appealed to me. Again, not saying that's a bad bag, but I have found it's fallen over from time to time, so I prefer the slightly wider one. Now with the setup here, this is something that, I'm going to pull the towel out for a minute, let it dangle down for a second. In this big pocket, it is relatively empty. I've just got my little storage pouch for a few valuables. I mean, I put some tissues in there and my scorecard holder, and that's it. So that means I've freed up loads of room in here, and I love how big a pocket that is. Now, a really cool feature as well on ping bags, if you ever drop anything in the bottom, you've got a zip that you can actually reach into the grips to then get it out. So I've sort of had it a couple of times. I've dropped ball markers and stuff down there, and you can get it out straight away, which is cool. So this now really is what sort of, this is where the challenge came in now, because I've got a pocket here, I've got a small pocket there, and I've got a large pocket here. This is actually a drinks pocket, so you can see it says H2O, so it is a water pocket, and by the looks of it, it's an actual cooling pocket. So then what I've done is, rather than put golf balls in this one, because I just found it weighed the bag down on one side, to keep it even, I've put tees in here. So I've got a load of tees in the bottom of there, so that then, the only small downside to that is they do hide behind that little cover, but not the end of the world. So I've got tees in there, then I have my not valuables, then I have my sort of things like ball markers, hand sanitizer, pens in this top one. So I've got all my Sharpie pens, covers, those sorts of things sitting in the top flap. And then underneath in this main pocket here now are golf balls. So that opens right up and it's got golf balls. Now, I kind of feel like I'm not really making the most of this golf bag though, in terms of size. I mean, it's actually a lot bigger a bag than what even I thought it was going to be. And I mean, there's another pocket here, which is a valuables pocket. It's got a nice soft padded bit in here, and it's decently sized as well. And I quite like the fact it's on the side. I think that's really discreet and really well hidden, because normally it's here. But yeah, that's it. That is the bag then, completely set up and ready to go. I better call it a day. I'm going to get absolutely soaked in about 5 minutes. I don't know if you can see the rain clouds behind me, but they are very quickly closing in. So I'm going to call it a day, wrap this video up very quickly, so hopefully the audio is okay. But yeah, that's it. That's the bag completely now set up. Obviously a little bit sad to see this one empty, but as I say, it's going to stay with me, it is going to be at home for playing lessons, that sort of thing. But yeah, I think as a gamer now, that's an extremely smart setup. I think it's a little bit more subtle as well, so I'm happy. So guys, thank you very much for watching and look forward to seeing you all very soon.